Alright guys, I'm back and bringing to you yet another unboxing. I just got this one. I always like to do these as soon as they reach my actual doorstep. So I got home today and found this was on the doorstep. So I want to go ahead and open it up with you guys and let y'all take a look through it. Anyway, so Dungeon Alliance is the game we're going to be taking a look at today. And I have opened up the box, but I have not actually broken the seal off anything. So we will do that together. Okay, so basically just get the game here and the Champions of Dungeon Alliance is what it's called. So bring this down just a little bit. Alright, so I'll hold off on this one, so we'll open that one up in just a bit. And then we'll break into this guy here. Let's see what we got. Real quick, I'll let you guys see the back of it here just so you can kind of get a general overview of what is included in the game. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at those components here. And one of the nice things about it is I did get this one for the 1 to 4 players. So hopefully if I do end up liking it, I can actually run through it on the channel and see how it goes. So put that right up there. And get this turned around here. Okay, so we have a nice rule book here. Not bad, it's about 24 pages. And looks like a lot of words. Gonna go through those later, kind of break down the rules a little bit and see how it is to play. Got a rules supplement. Wonder, and this is about 12 pages long. Not quite sure what this is in relation to the actual rule book, but I'll kind of browse through that and see what that's about. Alright, we have our first cardboard sheet here. Which looks like we have some tokens. We have some full, I guess, scorecards here. And some challenge tokens, mentor tokens. What does that one say? 3 to 4 player connector. Okay, so I guess the more players you have, the bigger your dungeon board is actually going to be. Here's the next. Oh, these things are actually stuck together still. There it goes. Alright, looks like we have some maybe enemy tokens or also hero tokens. Some of those look like enemies and some of them look like heroes. More connector pieces for the outside of the board. More tokens. Another, I don't even know what to call that one. Alright. These are actually still, oops. That one like I didn't do that one. And then some of the starting to get to the map tiles here that actually make up the dungeon. These are going to be our corner pieces for the frame or the exterior of the dungeon. Looks like these are going to be only single-sided, but they do state what level they are on the back here. So these are like level 2. I guess it also says up here in the corners too what they are. Just more dungeon tiles, some more tokens. I have quite a few of these boards here. And they're all going to be that same just square layout. Some of them are still together. I've actually never had this before. There we go. Alright. It's more just kind of showing the dungeon tiles here because a lot of these are the same tokens on the sides, so just kind of showing how these look. Have a few more to get through. Okay, this looks like our last sheet. Some of these little gold coins have already come undone, and I'm actually okay with that, because what that indicates to me is that the punch process was actually done very well. Sometimes when the punch doesn't go through all the way, it'll end up tearing the backs off. I'm pretty sure those coins are laying in there somewhere. Yeah, they're in there. Alright, so this should be the last of our cardboard sheet. I'm seeing square. These are wooden tokens. They are square. There's no holes or anything like that, so I'm not quite sure if they're going to be for covering something up, but we'll look into that later. We have orange and yellows. Those were blues and greens here. Sorry for if you're colorblind on that. They kind of blend right in. A whole lot of bags. That's a lot. Okay, those are probably going to be for all the various tokens and everything like that that we just went through there. So, did give us that. We have a black wooden dice. Just numbers. They are a little bit engraved into the dice here. Coins that fell off the token sheet. We have just cards, I guess. I don't know what really to call that. They're just advertisement cards. I've never really had that before in a game. We have some cardboard. I don't know. These are just blank. They're not. It's not really perforated in the middle, but it does look like it could fold. So I'm not sure on that one yet. Like. We'll look at that in just a second. Pull the rest of the stuff out here. These are just the coins that fell off. And then we have our cards that came in this tray here. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up real quick. And this is a nice seal at the bottom here. I mean, I guess you could put it back the way it was if you wanted to go through that trouble. And then we have our various card decks, which are sealed. And we'll look through those here in just a bit. I like that tray. I think it's kind of nice. I don't think it's going to be a permanent. I'm going to call that's probably just for storage, because you might end up having a lot of different type decks in there. There's nothing under that insert, so we can move that out of the way for now. And I believe these are going to be our minis. Yes, sir. Alright, so we'll take a look at these here real quick. Not bad. Alright, so we get more of our miniatures, and I'm thinking these are all going to be the heroes. These all look like heroes, I want to say. I could be wrong on that, but they do look like heroes. And then we have our colored bases that can go on there. And so then our final thing to actually open and show the components of would be the looks like the Champions Dungeon Alliance is what it's called. Okay, so I kind of had to rearrange a few things, and had a little bit of video trouble, so one of my pieces that I was talking about got cut off just a little bit there. But I wanted to show you guys what I actually came across and what I figured out. A couple of things that I was like scratching my head off when I was doing the unboxing here were these two cards here, which didn't have anything on them. Just looked like they could bend in the middle. And then these. I really wasn't sure what they were for, but I actually did find out what they go to, and I was going to show you that here. So once you take the cards out, or this card tray here, because this one's pretty much just going to be for shipping, so they weren't getting bumped around or damaged during shipment. So this tray, unless you want to keep the cards like this after you've opened them up and put them back in the tray, there's really no use for it after that. However, that's where these come in. These are actually designed to be card separators for like when you have your deck of cards in here, let's say like that, and even when you have them sleeved, they made sure to put enough room in there to have that, and then have these as card dividers. Now, obviously, these cards aren't going to take up this whole space here, so what they did was they gave us these. You just bend them in half right at that cut line there, and you just put them in there just like that. And then you have two compartments here and a compartment back here. Even if you wanted to do cards, I guess they could be, like I said, they could be sleeved and they would still be okay. Once you get all the separate decks in there, you could just have your card divider out, and you would still be able to close the board once you had all your other components in here. So I like that they took the time to kind of think about that. So I thought that was really, really cool. So that was pretty much, we already went over the tiles, some of the components here, these wood chips, the bags that were in there. We went through the individual miniatures that come in the game. I just flipped those darn things all the way out. The colored bases that go on the miniatures for each of the alliances or the teams. Each team has I think got about a group of 4 heroes in there. So we talked about that, and the only other thing we have left is this here. Now, earlier I did state that this was probably the stretch goals, which I was incorrect about. What this is actually, this is a Kickstarter exclusive expansion to the game called the Champions of something. I can't remember. I don't have my little paper here, but what I was going to do is going to show you that now and see what's in there, and we'll go and kind of wrap this up. Alright, so the first thing we have are some more enemy tokens here, some more counters, and we have some larger enemy tokens. And this is the first ones we've actually seen the size here. More counters, another enemy token, it looks like a stairs token here. And then a tile. This is the biggest tile they have in the game. All the other ones are pretty much this size here, so this one does cover a bit more space. A new set of cards. This will probably be for the new hero decks, or the individual decks in here for each of these heroes. So I'm going to go ahead and get these out. Show you what these guys look like. And I don't have their names or anything, but hopefully I'm not saying it from a different game or something, but anyway, that is all the components there out of the expansion. And we already went through all the other things, so yeah, that's pretty much it. There's just an unboxing to show you guys the components, everything that was in the game, and kind of how that worked. I was kind of really thought that was neat, if you haven't already heard all my excitement about it. But I guess once all the components and all the punch boards and everything that may go in here to fit in there, and maybe even some of the miniatures here probably go in another compartment. So yeah, I think everything should pretty much go in there. Some games I've had when I don't find their storage system is really good, I'll have to end up making my own or something like that, but I don't think I'll have to do that in this case. I forgot to put those in there, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing of Dungeon Alliance, and maybe it'll be one that we can get on the channel soon. We will see, but like I said, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you guys next time.